So, now is really the time that we are going to be put to the test with just remaining
Exactly.
focused with our practices that we studied so much about how to stay positive, how to stay focused, how to meditate, how to breathe. All of the practices that we took time to study and perfect are now being tested. What are your thoughts on that in the state that we're in right now?
I totally agree. I believe that sometimes when we go through crisis or challenges, it's a message, and it's a message on a global level. We're talking about mental health, we're talking about physical health.
Right. That answers my question because I was going to ask you, why is that so important? And what frequency do we want our brain to be at?
Yeah, especially for meditation. A lot of people say it's very difficult to meditate because they're trying to stop all the mind chatter, right? So the mind chatter is in beta, but for you to meditate, you have to be in the alpha. For you to begin the healing process, you have to be in the theta, and then all the way down to the delta, which is, sleep. So with the altered state of mind, by shifting the brainwave frequency, you could begin to heal yourself. And that's where meditation comes in, because meditation teaches you to really focus from within. Some people say it's very difficult, but of course it takes practice to try to eliminate all the outside chatters and to start to
Yes.
feel what's going on within your body.
Especially now in these times with all the external chatter coming from the outside, then of course affecting what's going on the inside.
Exactly. We had past shows when they talk about, epigenetics, about the environment, how right now we're in this environment, even though we're isolated, right now we are picking up other people's energy from the
Absolutely.
news, from the media, from family and friends. And we have to do that reset. It's like
And
a reset button. We actually in quarantine, but to reduce some of that chatter, like put out television in quarantine. I truly
yeah,
believe that, like,
we talked about that, right?
yeah,
So, ladies
yeah,
and gentlemen, me and Nan, we talked about putting media devices. That's why I constantly recommend taking a media timeout. And I will stress the point of the importance of putting media on quarantine, or just taking a news break. Just taking a news break, taking a social media break, because there's so much information out there that's negative. It could be
yep,
detrimental to your health.
exactly.
And a little earlier, I was talking about the effects of cortisol on the brain and body and the nervous system and the immune system.
The cortisol level is really supposed to be high when you're in this fight and flight mode. Like if you're in danger,
Right.
then yes, it is used for you to think and to respond quickly, right? But if we continue to be at that state of mind in fear and worrying on a consistent basis, increase the cortisol level. It
Right.
reduces the dopamine and the serotonin. The dopamine and the serotonin are what people will call the feel-good chemicals. So dopamine is about motivation. And when you have motivation, you feel better. You have a different perspective of your reality. So I'm not saying that, you be oblivious of what's going on, but that doesn't mean that that has to be your reality. No one is forcing you to believe that that's how, even though you're in isolation or in quarantine, that doesn't mean that on a mental level, your mind has to be in quarantine. So this is the perfect time for us to do everything that we said we wanted to do because we didn't have the time back then. So now
Right.
we have a little bit more time.
Right. And this is based on our research. It's not like we're doctors or certified or anything. This is just based
No,
on
this is this
research
is this is
that
based on my
we've
personal
done.
experience,
Yes. Yes.
based on information that I get from my students, my clients during the healing, and also from doctors, from
Yes.
neuroscientists.
From neuroscientists.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
that your mind affects your reality. And when we say that, people think it's a cliche, but actually it's not.
Absolutely.
It's not a cliche.
Preach.
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw that post I did on Facebook on what are some of the things that you could do while you're going through this pandemic.
Actually, I
And
didn't see
yeah,
that. Tell
and the
us
first thing
a little bit about that, Ned. And also tell us where our listeners can look you up on Facebook.
well, the number one thing I mentioned is the bond with your family. So you got the kids homeschooling. Now we're working remote. You're interacting. You're seeing your family members more than usual,
Yes.
right? So it's about bonding. This is about bringing, like I mentioned, about bringing entertainment into the house, playing games, having fun. You can do the movie nights. We look
Yes.
at this as a gloomy day or crisis because unfortunately, yeah, there's people who are passing away. However, we have to give it a more positive perspective. This is the perfect time for you to start a business, learn a new skill, perfect your talent.
Absolutely.
Take some online classes, start reading. Like I said, the mind doesn't have to be in quarantine. So this is the perfect opportunity for self-reflection, self-exploration.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
Taking some content, something that's going to just going to build and rejuvenate and just take your mind off of what's going on.
yes. And exercise. Exercise is, like I mentioned, about, increasing the feel-good chemicals, dopamine. Exercise is perfect for that. And if you can't walk around in your subdivision or outdoors, if it's not safe, then hey, you got YouTube in your house, right? So right now, Don, there's no excuses of what you can learn, what you can improve. Right now, they're saying that what's happening, that people, they want to start eating better.
Yes.
Right? So now people
Good.
are starting eating more raw fruits and vegetables. I wouldn't be surprised if people become more vegans now.
Yep, more vegans. More
or
vegans will come
vegetarian.
out of this. That's right. People want to lose weight. They want to improve themselves. They want to improve their lives, the way they live, the way they see things. This is a great opportunity for that. Yes.
Exactly.
And to raise your vibration. Let's talk a little bit about that now. Raising your vibration. We talked about meditation already. We talked about diet, how important that is. What are some other ways?
So when it comes to raising our vibration, raising our vibration is going to protect you.
Absolutely.
It's going to protect you from diseases and bacteria.
Yes.
Because like attract like. So if your vibration is high, and we're going through this crisis right now, and people are getting ill and sick, the vibration is low, right? So I'm not here to determine based on someone's health if they have a high or low vibration. I am not professional to determine that. But if someone has a more positive outlook, and this is proven by science, that if you have a more positive outlook, then you start to begin to heal yourself. You start to feel better. And remember, it's the feeling. It's just not the thought. It's the feeling behind the thought that raises your vibration. So sometimes we have to eliminate or stay away from the propaganda. Sometimes we have to stay away from people who constantly want to talk about what's going on. That I had to. I have to
run away from some folks sometimes. They want to just talk about this. Like, is there anything else going on, please?
Yeah, it's a hot topic.
It is a hot topic, but oh man.
And people, they're feeding off of that. They're feeding off of that.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying to be oblivious and not know what's going on, but you will know. You will know exactly what information that you need to do or be aware of what's going on in your city or your state. Even if you didn't see the news, someone's going to tell you. Trust me.
Absolutely.
Someone's going to tell you. So yeah, raising your vibration And there's so many different techniques to raise your vibration. Like I mentioned, exercise. If you don't know how to meditate, exercise is another form of meditation.
Yes.
Learning how to breathe properly,
Yeah.
breathe slower, breathe deeper.
Healing, that's right. How about thoughts of love for our family and
Yes,
friends that
emotions.
are still with us? And
Well,
just call them up and tell them, "Hey, I'm glad you're still here. I love you, and I want to let you know I'm glad you're still here."
exactly. And when I pray, the first thing I talk about is I'm grateful that my family is safe and that they're doing okay. Even
Gratitude.
though my dad might have some health issue, and right now he's doing so much better, which is awesome. I feel amazing because it's like, hey, I was able to contribute to that,
Hmm.
to make him feel better. So I'm thankful that he's feeling better. I'm thankful that I have this knowledge to spread to other people. Any type of beef or issues with a family member, squash it. Just
How,
squash it.
how about forgiveness? I mean, that is a
Exactly.
tremendous for raising vibration.
That's squashing it. That's like, look,
Right.
it's in the past, it's done, let's move forward. Because if we keep holding on to resentment, remember, resentment is low vibrational. That
Absolutely.
lowers, those negative emotions lower our vibration. What happens when we lower our vibration? We lower our immune system. Our body becomes diseased. And some people say, well, how do I feel better? Do something that you love. Is it a hobby? Is it arts and craft? If it's music, if you want to listen to music, if you want to dance, do whatever makes you feel good.
We're mirroring each other because I always talk about these things to raise vibration. Yes, so
Yeah.
important doing what you love.